You'll have to tell us how much the beer is.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's gone. I want to say it hadn't when I went into that one game last year.
You guys want to hear something fucking ridiculous?
Just still bad, but sure.
So Turning Stone, we went to this concert, right?
Yeah.
Take a guess at how much 2 High Noons costed us.
Oh Jesus! Well, High Noons themselves are kind of expensive.
But
30.
it's a concert venue.
$30.
Wait.
It's a casino.
$30.
So
$42.
no, it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
It was $23 for 2 High Noons.
That's still not great.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. And I'm like, bro, I could buy a fucking 12-pack for $20. Like, I hate this.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Duster Squad podcast. We're up to 3 actually. Last week it was 2 and 2. But we're back up to 3.
That was a fun watch though. It was kind of fun to see how you intercut that. I went back and saw it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it kind of works, eh? It's sort of like 2 little, or it's like 1 long interview and 1 like short interview kind of cut together.
Yeah.
But we're back. We got Nick back this week. After his busy weekend last week, and I think he's gonna have another busy weekend this week. But he's found a little bit of time to sit down with us and have a nice
What
chat.
a fucking guy.
Yeah, me and my
What a fucking
schedule.
So what happened last week? What was going on? Your mom and dad were down, right?
Oh yeah. So Friday night we went to a concert out in Verona, and then Saturday my parents were down, and Sunday my parents were down. So we were just hanging out with them.
Who'd you see? Anybody fancy?
Cole Swindell.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do like Cole Swindell.
And TikTok star Ashley Cook.
Oh, nice. Wait,
Who's that?
that's not the one from where we're from. Was there not? Am I thinking of somebody else? Oh, I'm thinking of Hannah.
No.
I'm thinking
Who?
of Hannah.
No.
I was thinking of
It's not
Hannah
fucking
Cook.
Hannah either.
Oh, the Cook is not the same. Is there an E on the end?
There's an E on the end.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that's always bugged me. I'm like, what is that doing there?
It's Cookie.
What's
Well, cool, dude. That's exciting. I did nothing last weekend, in case you were wondering. Me and Danielle sat around, played games.
I joined you for some of that. That was fun.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit irked by the haircut.
Oh, sorry.
I was similarly when he showed me when we were in the pre-show there. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Sorry. Yeah,
here?
I got my hair cut. I'll take the hat off.
Where
I guess.
is the flow? There's no
It's still
flow.
listen. It's a little reset. Okay,
Although
everything's
it's-
fine.
It's kind of funny. Wait, Nick, did you watch House of the Dragon?
No.
You should. Fucking great return to form after whatever the fuck those last 2 seasons were. But anybody who in the comments who has watched, you look like that haircut looks identical to like what one of the like he's like the bad boy of the cast. Like he has longer hair. He has longer hair in like one episode, and then he gets it cut short because there's like a time passage. So like different hair. But it looks identical to that hairdo.
Dude, whatever I do with my hair, I look like somebody from that fucking universe. Because
to be fair, he had white hair, so you got that.
Okay.
But like the cut is like identical.
It's dead on, dude.
Yeah.
Remember when I had the long hair, and when I tied it back, you were like, "He looks like Jon Snow." I'm like, "Are you shitting me?"
You did have some Jon Snow
I
vibes
did.
going for a sec.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I cut the hair, and I'm doing the mustache again for Movember, and also because the mustache is awesome. But yeah. Moving on.
We're over halfway through the month, so
We are, yeah. I know it's only gonna get to form like by the end. Did you see?
Mine's a few months old.
You gotta just do it, man. You could do it.
What? Do you want me to go just
shave
stash?
it, man.
Or
shave it up, just the stash. Keep it.
Just stash.
Yeah, man.
I don't know about just stash. I do want to get like the
the curl
tails a bit better. So I don't want to do like a full curl, but I do want to do like a little,
Dude,
like
just
sweep to the side.
take a little pomade. Just
I have beard wax.
Curl
I could
it up.
just use that.
boom, there you go.
Yeah.
And then you shave your beard.
No. I don't think this is the nicest it's been in a while, so I'm just gonna keep rocking with it.
Have you seen any of the Chell stashes around?
I know other people are doing it, but I have not seen many. Have there been some bad
There's
ones?
some I think there's been some bad ones. Yeah, like I saw like Buffalo, like everybody on Buffalo did it, and
Well, yeah, it's a bunch of babies.
yeah, like I don't even think Darlene tried.
Yeah.
But like Victor Olofsson's got like this little thing, and it's like, oh man.
Yeah.
But dude, Alex Tuck has a good one, and Zemgus Girgensons has a dirty like handlebar down to like here.
That's awesome.
It is pretty sick, and I hope he keeps
Yeah,
it.
not everybody can be blessed with a snot catcher by sixth grade like I was.
Yeah, right.
7th grade, back when I think your dad did those like goofy ass like special awards. I don't remember at the end of the season like he did them and I don't remember what mine was, but it had something to do with, I think it was like most in need of a tissue or something, whatever. Because for some reason, when I was like way younger, whenever I would play hockey, my nose would run real bad.
Yeah,
I don't know, and it would like mix with sweat and everything. That was
yeah. There you go.
That was real gross.
That's what you needed to hear on your Friday night, Nick.
Oh yeah.
So it was sweaty boogers.
Sweaty snot. Let's go.
Okay, who do you guys want to talk about first? You want to get the Isles out of the way since we don't have Rick here.
Yeah, do we have a statement from Rick?
I didn't. You know what? Yes, I will just read what he sent again because that's the best way to do it.
I think this should be our tradition now. Whenever we know one of us is gonna miss, you just got to send like 1 or 2 messages being like, "This is my piece,"
and just
for the
know
episode
and
today.
just know that it's being read word for word.
Verbatim.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so here we go. So this is from Baby Rick, as he is in our group chat. Honestly, it was a light week for them, but Nick would probably love that Pajot has scored 2 goals in 2 games. Other than that, Barzell still has no goals, but a bunch of assists, and they're still doing okay. So Eric, I would say Eric's the constant optimist of the group.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Him, and then in second is Ben.
I try, but yeah, I don't got anything on him.
But yeah, no, the Isles are kind of killing it. They're 11-7-0. They went 1-1 this week. They only had 2 games. They played Monday and then Thursday, so they had a 2-day break in the middle.
I think they played.
I know a lot about him, but Anders Lee's been great. I love him.
He's been doing well. They did beat Ottawa, Nick. They beat them on Monday, I think.
Yeah.
And he is correct. Barzell still has no goals, but is leading the team in points anyway. Has 19 assists in 18 games.
Yeah, which it's like, all right, it's bad if you have only assists, but then is he getting to the point where it's coming around to just being like, oh, holy shit again?
I mean, it's still mad impressive. He's got to be leading the league in assists, or he's got to be, actually no, because Connor McDavid and Draisaitl, but
maybe
they might be close, but he's got to be up there because what the hell?
Yeah, that's stupid. But I've been seeing, because Grav on Twitter has been like posting the what does he call it? I think he calls it like the anti-Rocket Richard season for Matt Barzal. It's like the most polar opposite as possible,
dude.
Which is kind of funny. I wonder, there is no assists trophy. There's a goals trophy. There's a total points trophy, but there's no assists trophy.
Maybe they should have one.
Yeah, and who wins it every year? I mean, that would just gift Connor McDavid a trophy every year.
That's the thing. At this point, yeah.
So like,
the real question is, who is it named after? Who's the? Did you name it the Gretzky?
Honestly, maybe, because you look at his goals and it's like, okay, obviously he has like the NHL record, which is great, but then you look at his assists and it's like,
and he still has the NHL record.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like that should totally be a thing. That should totally be a thing. The Gretzky Award for the assist leader of the season.
That could be something. That
Matt
could be something.
Barzal.
Also,
Come on
Matt
down.
Barzal, 19 points, tied for second with Leon Draisaitl. Would you care to guess who is in first? It is not Connor McDavid.
Is it Nick? You know who it is. It's got to be your boy Jay. Your boy JB. Is it not
Don't think
Jesper?
so.
Is it not Jesper Bratt?
It is not Jesper Bratt.
Oh shit! It was for a little bit. Is it put? Wait, no, it's not. Okay. No,
It's an obvious name.
Is it Sid?
No.
Makachuk. All right, Ben, I'm sick of this.
It's Nathan McKinnon.
Oh, really? I didn't think he was
Yeah.
doing that well. I guess I was
I didn't
totally
either,
wrong. I was about to stand
That's
up
fair.
and turn
That's
around.
obvious name, right? Like I'm not an
Yeah.
idiot.
No, that is. Wow, I didn't know he was doing that good. Why the
Yeah,
fuck?
I
Why
honestly
is
didn't either.
what's? Nah, whatever. Okay.
I think Colorado's gotten their shit together a little bit the last
Okay.
few games, but yeah, they had a bit of a skid
Yeah,
there.
I was like, they've not been doing, and he's leading like the what? Okay. Who wants to go next? Nick, you want to talk about the Sens, or do you not? Hey, they finally won.
Yeah,
Their first
So
win of
they-
November the other day.
like the Islanders
Oh,
had a
really?
late
It
week.
was that bad?
They played the Islanders, and then they played. Who'd they play?
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Yeah, that's right.
I watched it.
But beat Buffalo 4-1. So yeah, finally a W after was it eight or nine losses in a row?
I believe I looked back and I believe it was 7 losses in a row, and then last Saturday, like this past Saturday, they beat Philly. So they just broke their skid and they lost to the Islanders and they beat Buffalo. So
Yeah.
It is
Not
nice
a good
to see.
10-game stretch.
It is
Yeah,
nice
it
to
is not.
see in a world full of chaos and strife and constant change. You can always count on the Buffalo Sabres to go on the world's greatest heater to start before cratering
Yeah, what
into
the
the
hell,
earth.
man? That upsets me because
Well,
they
now
looked
that-
good against like
Now
everybody.
Buffalo lost their goalie. Comrie's out for a while, so
Yeah, so they can't. Yeah, I think he had taken over just because Craig is so old. I think he had taken over.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Comrie had taken over.
Craig's been
the start.
impressive.
back to Ottawa just for a quick tidbit.
Oh yeah.
Nothing really. I haven't really been able to watch any games. But like
That
nothing
never
really
happens.
changed. Shocker, I haven't watched any games.
That's what I'm talking about. You having a busy schedule, man.
Yeah. It's a popular guy.
They're supposed to get Zub back
Yeah.
in the back end, but Shabbat went out with a concussion, so
Oh no.
That's not what you
one
want.
guy, you get one guy back, you lose the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing which I hope it doesn't happen. I saw a tweet on the Twitter books.
The Twitter books.
It was something about Frege was reporting something about San Jose talking to Ottawa about trading Carlson back, and I'm like, don't.
Oh,
He's-
do
he's-
it.
You pay him too much money.
Do it.
It would be
That would
nice to
be
have him.
Come on.
Insane.
He's having-
I don't
He's
see
having
any
a
way
major
that makes
resurgent
sense.
season,
It
and
doesn't
he
make
would
sense.
look good on that team since it's a good team.
Yeah.
But he's also like, what is it, like $8-9 million or something like that?
He's
It-
11.
no, it's $11 million a year until
could be 9.
2027. It could be 9 if you get San Jose to be like, yeah, we'll hold on to a little bit. But like, that's the thing. I don't think they're gonna find, and San Jose is gonna find anybody to take him because they're not gonna want to retain because the only way you'd really be all that comfortable because like he's having a heater of a season, but like, have you watched Erik Karlsson the last few years?
This is the best he's looked in the
he
past
like-
like
yeah.
4 or 5 years.
So like they're never gonna hold on to the like 4 or 5 million that everybody else is gonna be like, no, we're not gonna
Right.
no, we'll simply not.
It's a very fun idea.
And
but
with
yes,
and with Ottawa having to pay all these young guys, it's like
Yeah, it's
you're
the
not
other
gonna
thing.
blow a shit ton of your cap space on a guy who's old.
Yeah, because especially if you like think about it, what's DeBrinket's got 2 years left, 1 or 2 years. So ideally, you're probably gonna want to keep him around. He hasn't done much yet. I speak from fantasy experience.
They've had a lot of line shuffling though. Like with Norris out and losing your number one center, it's like I've seen they put Stützle up with Batherson and moved up Giroux. So then they moved Kachuk onto the line with DeBrincat and put a different center on that line. So they're just like interchanging these lines because they aren't scoring a lot of goals and they're obviously not winning, which I think has a lot more to do with the defense rather than the offense because they're still scoring, 3 goals a game. You should be able to win some games with 3 goals a game, but
Yeah, that's a pretty
and Talbot hasn't looked great since coming back. I don't know.
I agree.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt though, just because like he was out for such a it was a while. He was out for
it was like the first month of the season,
month and a half. Yeah, so it's like okay, you get November, a couple weeks in November to get your shit together and then figure it out.
I will tell you this: I believe the Senators are getting better goaltending than the Lightning, because Cam Talbot's at a .921 right now, which is actually pretty damn good.
I think he's only played in 2 games though.
5, but he's only started 4.
Small sample size, but that's still
very
good
small
stats. That's some good stats though.
And Forsberg has played 11, and he's at a .904. So that's pretty. That's like under average, but it's like just under average. It's doable. You can do something with that. But that also means they're probably getting peppered.
Yeah,
they're giving up 35 plus shots a night. So it's like Jesus Christ, guys.
The most worrying thing for me was you saying, "Oh yeah, Shabbat's out." I'm like,
that's the one guy.
So the defense is out.
Yeah. The entire defense is out. Okay.
Yeah. Well, but you know what? You've got two dubs in the last 3 games, so maybe you can build off that.
Tomorrow night they play too. I don't know if I can catch that game because I've got plans.
I'll text you updates.
I'm sure I'll be watching for updates. They play the Devils, so probably another loss.
Yeah, you're probably gonna get fucked then. Yeah. Speaking from experience.
That's weird.
So that's what's going on in Senators Town. We shall see if an Erik Karlsson trade actually happens.
That'd be freaking funny.
That would be humorous. It would.
Be like, hey guys, I'm back.
Remember me?
I'm back, but I cost way more. All right, Benny, would you like to go, or would you like me to talk about my Bolts a bit?
Get into the Habs because I honestly don't have a ton to say.
You only played 2 games.
They only played 2 games, and also I wouldn't have been able to watch the Jersey one because it was blacked out, which was annoying.
Yep.
So that was just a wash, and then the other one was last night, and I was out with a lady. Actually, I was seeing her both of those nights, so I wasn't going to be watching either way. So, but I have tried to glean what I could from the Twitterverse. And New Jersey, it just looked like they got speed bagged, as a lot of people are getting by New Jersey at this moment in time. And there wasn't really a whole lot to take out of that. But then Columbus was a little more fun because they got down 2-0 early, and then it was a fight back into it kind of game where at one point it was 5-4 with like 8 minutes left in the third. It was a back and forth game. You don't really want to be losing games to Columbus, or you kind of do, but like as a sign, you don't really want to be losing them to Columbus because it's Columbus. But it was actually the first game in a while where like because the Habs goaltending has been on a fucking insane streak. This was like the first one in a bit where that kind of ended. Sam didn't look the best. Wasn't great.
I have a funny story. I watched. I didn't see the Lightning game last night because we were at a movie, but I watched the highlights, and then I clicked on that game's highlights, Canadiens and Columbus, and I was watching, and it was I think the whole video was like 9 minutes long, and we got to the 4-minute mark of the video, and they were at the like halfway point of the third period. And I was like, how the fuck are we only halfway through the video? We're at this
The
point.
third period looked insane.
It was
yeah.
wild. It was like
Yeah.
goal, and then it was like the next shot goal. It was like Jesus, guys.
Yeah, it's I've been a broken record this whole season when it comes to Hab stuff because I've been pleasantly surprised with how
Nothing's
little I've
changed.
had bad to say. One slight gripe is I need them to give Uri better line mates. I love Pez. He's the best. He's just a beaut. Mike Pizzetta.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna. We're not doing anything here. He's gonna like what? Yuri's not gonna do anything with him. Like
Who
why
do you
are
want him
you
to play
keeping
with?
him up? I mean, Drouin's injured. There's a bunch of forwards that are injured. Give him second or third line. Just give him some more expo. Like give him something. I don't want him up with Nick and Cole yet because one, Doc's been great and like he's not ready for that yet. But give him guys.
Anderson and Gallagher, or do they play the same spot?
Sure. Though those would all be wingers. So
Oh.
one of them would have to come out there in that equation. But it just he either needs to be playing with somebody who can actually like compliment him and like maybe give him like accept some of the nice passes he's been given and stuff like that, or send him to Laval and have him play like top line minutes. Like, choose a lane, like just do one of the things.
Yeah.
That's probably the one thing I'm kind of iffy on right now with them, but also I don't know, they're figuring it out. There's not really a lot of anger in the Habs fan base right now. It's been a nice time.
All right.
Very good. The only last thing would be is I'm going into a game tomorrow. So.
Nice.
Boo.
I was just gonna ask if you've gone into any yet.
What's that?
I said I was just gonna ask if you've gone into any yet.
Yeah, no, this will be the first one this season. I only got to the one last season, which was a great one. Oh, that was fun. Beating Toronto in overtime after they got outshot like 52 to something, and Jake Allen stood on his fucking head.
Best of times.
But yeah, no, I'm very excited. It's gonna be good to get back in there.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Which way are you going? Are you going Gregoire's way? Oh,
Plattsburgh way.
Dude, I gotta get some
I love me some fucking Gregoire's, but like shit, that's a hell of a drive to go like an extra hour and a half out of the way to get back to Plattsburgh. Like it's or not.
We're gonna have to take a weekend one year and like, we'll bring Eric. Like we'll get Eric up here. We'll bring Eric. We'll go stay at like our respective houses or whatever, and then go in from there so we can get Gregoire's in the way. We got to try and do that because it's been too.
Well, we all haven't gotten into a game in Montreal together in a while. It's been a bit.
Last time I was in was, I believe, the January
before COVID.
January before Corona.
A game against Pittsburgh in January that they lost in overtime.
Yep.
You and Danielle came up and Aaron. And did we go to? No, that was a different night that we went down to the like restaurant in below and saw.
That was a different night.
Rose and Lekanen, which that was also really cool.
That was cool.
But yeah, I remember that.
The last time I went, where is that picture?
I think it was the Colorado game during one of our winter breaks in like 2017, 2018.
It was 2018.
Yep.
That was the aforementioned time we went down to the restaurant and saw Plekanec.
That was cool. That was very cool.
That was a fun time.
I was like, oh my God, they're right there.
And like I literally was so I didn't want to be a dick and like ask for I literally just as we walked by, I remember I was like, hey, good game tonight, guys. Thanks. And then walked out and I was like, yeah, I don't want
you don't want to be like, it's kind of weird because you don't want to, because like they just played and they're just trying to relax. Like you don't want to be the guy to go up and be like, hey, can you sign my ass cheek?
Yeah. Right. So I was just like, I wanted to interact, but I also wanted to do it in like the most polite way I could think of. Yeah. So I was like,
I think, that's good. Just a nice little GG's, bro. That's what you should have said.
I mean, I just said that more politely.
Gamer mode. Gamer mode.
Guess all right. Chell.
Do you guys ever rip Chell? All right, it's my turn.
All right, Alice Tampa.
Dude, they're making their way back. They're making their way back.
Here we go.
They were 3-0 this week. They played
You were
Sunday
talking about trading Vassy. Come on.
in my fantasy. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
But yeah, they were 3-0. They beat Washington. So Washington beat them. And then they came back 2 nights later and they just laid a beat down on them in the first period. 4-0.
Yeah.
4-0. Sergachev. Apparently, I don't know if you watched Steve's hat picks.
I have not watched recently. What did he do? Did he do something fun?
Apparently, Marty St. Louis had a record by himself. My guess is for the Lightning, like a Lightning record.
Right,
4 points in 1 period.
Did
And
Sergey break that shit?
Sergachev tied it. He had 2 goals, 2 assists in 1 period.
Jesus.
Yep.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, we'll get to him later, but yeah. And then they beat Dallas in OT. Shouldn't have gone to OT. That was Sergachev's fault, which I'll talk about later. And then they beat Calgary 4-1. Calgary is pissing me off.
Calgary's fucking sucking. I did not foresee this, but
They're very
we
bad.
can talk about that later.
They're very bad for what they're supposed to be. But yeah, so Stamkos, he scored like 7 goals in the first 5 games, and then just didn't score until the last 2 games. So, he got 2 goals in the last 2 games, so he's back. He seems to be back. And against Dallas, he got his 500th assist.
Wow.
So
Good for him.
he is now sitting at, I think.
What's his point total now? I'm curious.
He's at 500 assists, 491 goals.
Oh damn! He's
so
like
he's at
right near
991.
1,000. Okay.
He'll hit
Wow.
1,000 points and 500 goals this year. So
Okay, so yeah, I mean, definitely before, but like, yeah, lock Hall of Famer. There we go.
yeah, I was wondering, like, through those few years with the
2
injuries,
cups, 60-goal season. He's closing in on 500 of each point, 1,000 points. Yeah, lock.
captain
Not
to
even
2
worried.
cups.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
No, lock.
yeah, he's in there for sure, which is exciting. Now I just want to see how high he can get, because he's old, but like he's still playing pretty good.
But he also had just a fucking banger of a season last year.
His best
Wasn't it?
point
The
season,
best,
yeah.
best point. Yeah, so who knows?
Yeah, I'm hoping he can keep going. Crosby kept going. Crosby's still going.
Indeed
I mean,
kept going.
it's a different level, obviously.
Very different players. Yeah, but
different level of
yeah.
skill and whatnot. But yeah, we'll see. All right, so let's talk about Sergachev here.
How's old Serge?
He is he's transformed into like a premier offensive, like, puck moving defenseman. He moves the puck fantastic. And he, like, his shot from the point, like, he doesn't shoot it hard, but he shoots it, like, he does the, like, he does the shast through the crowd.
Honestly, with how NHL defenses play it, the like floaty wrister that can kind of find ways through gaps is more effective now than slap shots
Let's
are.
go in
Everybody
way
knows
more.
Everybody knows how to block slap shots now. But
I'm
guessing you're building up to there being some issues in the other end.
This guy has it twice to my memory. I think he's done it 3 times, but I'm going to say at least twice because I remember them. Against Dallas, there is 4 minutes left in the 3rd period. The Bolts are up 4-3. And Sergachev goes and he skates in front of his own net. I hate when people do this. Skate in front of your own net with the puck.
I think
Stop
I saw
fucking
this
doing
highlight.
this. Stop doing it. It's a rule. It's the first rule you learn when you start learning
It's
about
pretty
organized
early.
hockey.
Yeah.
It's don't put the puck in front of your own net, whether your body's with it or not. Go up the boards. So what does he do? He goes through, mishandles the puck, and he just leaves a free goal for, I don't even remember who it was. Somebody on Dallas. And he scores because it's a puck by himself in the hash marks, and he's an NHL player. Like, he's not gonna miss that. And it was Brian Elliott in the net, so we didn't have our backstop back there. But he's done that He did that before, earlier in the season. Same fucking thing. In his own hash marks, he like mishandles it, and he gets scored on. And I'm pretty sure he's done it another time. I just can't remember. I can't remember for sure, and I don't want to slander.
Who's on his pairing?
Who
Yeah,
the
who's
hell
he
is he?
got?
I don't know. I think he's been playing with. I think he's been playing with Perbix, Nick Perbix.
Oh, well, I mean,
He's new.
yeah, but I
So,
mean,
like-
also, it sounds like a lot of the stuff that's going on is pretty individual stuff.
Oh,
so
it's
like-
Sergachev's fault.
Yeah,
Yes,
so, like,
he is choosing to take the puck in front of his own net and then mishandle it and leave it there.
I mean, there might be a degree of like you're trying to do a little too much when you got a young guy on your, but like, yeah, it doesn't
be.
sound great.
He's also isn't their defense kind of like shorthanded right now too? So I'm sure he's like
Yeah,
I don't know if it's so
thinking-
much shorthanded
I'm
as it
sure
was.
he's doing the I need to do too
Yeah,
much
like,
because we're missing Hedman and we're missing.
Oh, is
Bogosian.
Edmund injured?
Hedman's back, but he's definitely not full strength. Either he's not
Right,
full
right.
strength or they're transitioning Sergachev because Sergachev's been playing with the top power play unit
Interesting.
and Hedman's been playing with the second one. So I don't know if
Well, I
Hedman's
mean,
like nursing
Power
something
play would
or
be a good place to have him.
yeah,
would
maybe they're
think.
like, hey, we got to
Yeah.
keep this guy here because this is what he does.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, he definitely needs to get a bit sharper in his own end. Listen, he's supposed to be the Hedman replacement. That's what he's getting paid for.
That's true.
Next
Actually,
season,
he
he's-
did just get a
he's-
real big contract.
He's not making it yet, but next season he's new Hedman. He's getting paid
I mean,
to be
that
new
also
Hedman.
will become like proportionally.
It won't be
less
bad.
in a couple years.
Yeah, it won't be
so,
bad.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what happens with Hedman.
Yeah.
When
Where he
his-
like? What's going? When's his contract up?
2 years?
2 years.
I think it's 2 years, and he's making 7.7, which is pretty good for what he is. Which is a top. We'll go top 10 D in the league. I think that's safe.
that. 2 or 3 years from now is going to be an interesting time for Tampa because I'm thinking that's probably when Saint Stamkos is probably going to be heading out.
Stamkos. Okay, so Hedman's contract is up after the 24-25 season, which I believe is also when the next lockout's going to be.
Hey, let's not wish that into existence.
Well, I hope it's not. I hope not, but like that's when the CBA is up or whatever.
Yeah, so who the
And
fuck knows? Probably.
Stamkos's $8.5 million contract is up after 23-24.
Oh damn!
So
How old is he?
32.
He's had a lot of injury history too. Honestly,
He's been healthier in these last like 2 years than he has the
Right.
entire rest of his
yeah,
career.
right. I don't know. I could see a situation where, especially with the whole 2 cups thing, like
He calls it.
yeah, that's one I could see where once that expires, or he might do the old guy routine that Patrice Bergeron's doing this year, where he's getting paid like $2 million for like a year.
That's what
To
I'm
just
hoping.
kind of do one last go around of it. But that's kind of where I see happening, which is like 2 to 3 years from now is going to be an interesting time for Tampa.
This is what
'Cause-
I think when it comes to that. Is I think with Stamkos, as far as the NHL is concerned, he'll have 500 goals, he'll have 1,000 points,
yeah,
he'll have 1,000 games played,
2 cups,
2 cups.
60-goal season.
As far as the
like-
NHL is concerned, he's about done it all. But I think what
Yeah.
he's going to do is he's going to continue to play to stay in shape, in the hope that we get
Play-
NHL
play
players
for
in
Canada.
Olympics.
yeah,
I
that
think that's what he's going to try and do because that's his one thing that he's not done. Is
That could
even
be
played
something.
on a team.
that could be something. Yeah, because didn't he was gonna be on the 14 one, but then he broke his leg like right before. Wasn't that
Yes.
the situation?
Yeah, and then I don't think.
Broke something.
Oh yeah, he broke his like fibula or whatever.
Oh, that was the one where it like snapped off the fucking
Against the post.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a bad clip.
Yeah, and then I don't think he was. They played in 2010, did they not? Yeah, because Crosby won the game with that
Yeah,
golden goal.
2010. Yeah.
I don't think they had him on that team. I think he was too young.
I don't because that was still he was still like Because he got drafted in 2009, didn't
2008.
he? Okay, but yeah, but like
So
that
he
was
2
like
years in.
Tampa was kind of dog shit at that point, and like
I
probably he
believe-
hadn't done much.
Yeah, he hadn't done much, but I think the funny thing is he didn't play in that tournament, and then I believe that is the season that he got 60 goals. I think.
Is it?
I think
That would
it
be
is.
hilarious. I thought he got that in 11-12 though. No,
I think it was 10-11, but you know what? I don't know, but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen, and I think he'll probably take a little hometown deal. Cause like, fuck it, man, he's made enough money.
Yeah,
I think he will think that way. I think he'll be like, yeah, I've made enough, or he's gonna take a hometown deal and play for his hometown team, which will piss me off.
Hey, I mean, he's definitely giving you something at this point.
No,
like-
yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'll be happy for him no matter what.
But
But it'll be hard
honestly,
to
I
cheer for him.
wouldn't even see him. I don't know if I would see that. I mean, maybe. Who the fuck knows? Everybody likes going home sometimes, but
Well, think about
Interesting.
Giroud. He's about the same. This is about the same
honestly,
situation as
actually,
Giroud.
yeah.
It's about the
Yeah.
same situation.
Well, but there's also Giroud seeing all of what Philadelphia is.
That's the
differences.
differences.
Their
Yeah,
situation right now, and like, well, if
Yeah.
you could send me somewhere,
yeah.
that might not be the worst idea.
true, yeah.
guys.
Even if the Tampa team sucks, the organization is pretty good.
Yeah, like because there's the inevitable, probably like 4-5 years from now. At some point, they're probably going to have to admit defeat and do like some degree of like tears. I don't think they're going to do like a full Buffalo to the studs like kind of thing, but just from the nature of sports, you eventually have to sort of move on from a core and like figure it out.
They will. It's
They did though, because they
It's-
locked up all these younger guys this season, like the $7 million guys. they
there's
signed
that.
this offseason. So it's like, okay, you're gonna move on from your core of Stammer. Seriously,
Hetty, Cooch.
Cooch, yeah, Stammer,
Yeah.
Cooch, like those guys. Then you're gonna move into like Sergman and whoever the fuck young guys they just
I
signed.
was
Yeah.
gonna say they've kind of done the work. Now it's like their next core is here and it's signed.
Yeah.
Like Sorelli, Chernak, Sergachev.
That's true.
We've got Hagel for this year if they can re-sign
I
him.
like to have a well-run team.
Oh, this
Must be nice.
the if they look at this Tampa Bay Lightning team and they don't think it's the best run team in the league, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. Every other
Yeah, I
team
don't-
goes
I-
through rebuilds. This team, you say that in like 4 or 5 years.
Pittsburgh's probably
Pittsburgh's been
close,
doing
but
it.
they're also kind of Pittsburgh and Boston would probably be my two
Boston
others.
as well. Yep.
Um,
Are you sure, Boston? Are you sure though?
Well, they had given me less worries before recently. But yeah, no, I wouldn't really be able to argue you with the whole Tampa thing.
Just because they're the only spot that they don't have a new core to fill in is goaltending.
But most teams
And
don't.
Vassie's
because
28.
Goalies are hard to find.
Yeah, like that's fair. It's hard to like you don't come across a Vassie or a Price every
No, they're
every
like
year.
they're generational players.
Right, yeah.
Right. Then you
so-
ride them literally as long as possible.
Ride them into the ground.
Double road Broder until he was like 45.
The thing that Tampa figured out though is it's a much better chance if you actually put some guys around the generational talent goalie. Like if you do that, then you're probably gonna be really fucking good.
Yes.
I fucking big brains down there in Florida.
Big
you know,
brains.
it's real hard to figure out.
It's just those Southern teams. Those Southern teams know how to play.
I don't know if
don't know if
it's
that's it.
Stevie Y, I think.
Yeah, that's
was
what it
this
is.
Part of it
It's-
all.
It is Stevie Y. So watch out for Detroit. I've been saying it since he went there.
Give Detroit like 2 or 3 years, and yeah, probably.
Yep. And he got his boy Derek Lalonde back up there as well.
Yeah.
Uh,
The NHL's most handsome coach, Derek.
yes.
Derek
Yeah, the
Lalonde.
third. I think he's
Oh, I thought he
third.
was the top. Oh, yeah.
Is he number one?
I thought That's what it's a long fucking
No,
time
number
ago.
one was like, I forget who that was, but he had like a big.
Oh no, it was
blockhead.
I think it was the Edmonton coach, Woodcroft,
Yes, it was. Yep.
which is also questionable.
It's that thing was terrible. That thing was
whole
stupid.
list was shit, and I was so funny that literally took up like a day of hockey Twitter. It's like this dumb. Several NHL coaches got asked about that list.
Listen,
It
it was a
also
slow
took up
day.
it consumed an episode of our podcast
It
as well.
did.
so-
It did.
Yeah. Hey, we weren't the only
Listen,
ones.
it's important, okay?
It was the talk of the town, okay? Like, what the fuck?
Oh boy. But yeah, you guys want to talk about a couple NHL teams go around the league for a little bit?
Yeah, I know you have a couple on your list, but I got one
Go, let's go.
that Brian wants me to plug.
Dal? Does he want us to plug Dal again?
Dallas
Brian just
off a
happens to
couple
want you to
things.
plug Dallas every episode. Just,
Yeah, no, he does. This one's impressive though. So they've got two guys on 10-game point streaks. Rupe Hintz and Jason Robertson. Hintz has 6 goals, 9 assists in 10 games. Robertson has 9 goals, 10 assists in 2 games. They combined have 34 points between the two of them in 10 games. Pretty good.
Not bad at all.
Here was another stat line that I saw, if I can find it. It was the top 3 points getters in the league, or top 3 points guys in the league right now.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the top 3?
Well, we know number one was.
Well, that was
Oh, wait.
assists. I actually didn't look at the points.
Oh, that was
list, so
just
no, I
assists.
don't. Yeah, that
Oh.
It was 19 assists Barzal, 20 assists McKinnon was what I was
All-
looking at earlier.
I thought you were talking about points.
No, sorry.
No, that's okay. Shit, I don't know. It's got to be McDavid then.
So, right. Well, it might not be
McDavid.
right now. This was as of 5 days ago, so it probably changed.
Here, I'll get it up here.
But as of 5 days ago, it was McDavid, Draisaitl, and Robertson. There was only 2 players that had
Robertson's good. Robertson's fucking good. Like they have him to a really friendly deal too. I mean, it's not as long as you'd
Yeah, it's
Oh,
want.
kind of
but
short.
Yeah.
It was that.
Oh my
and they did
god.
the same thing with him.
Okay.
They did the same-
All right. So one player has jumped in and is now second in points in between McDavid and Draisaitl. Would you care to guess who it is?
Is it Robertson?
We have spoken about this player previously on this show today.
This is today on this episode.
Come on.
Wait. Oh, it's Carlson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw
Eric
he's
Carlson.
It's stupid. He has an insane like
A
point total,
resurgence
right?
of 2026 or 2016. Eric Carlson is around, I guess.
11 goals, 17 assists, 28 points. He's tied with Draisaitl with 28 points.
Insane. So he is just
And
all
the
of
Sharks still
offense.
suck.
He's literally their entire offense.
Oh my, dude, get him in Ottawa. Get him there now.
Come on, Pierre, bring him back.
Listen,
Oh,
dude,
boy.
they need something if they're going to make the playoffs.
I don't.
They need something if they can get him out of the fucking basement of the Atlanta.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Kucherov leading the Bullets in points. Who would have guessed?
Yeah, weird.
All right, that was my shameless Dallas plug. The only other thing was they had to stretcher off Scott Wedgwood.
No.
Hey, what happened?
It was just an upper body or lower body back thing.
What did he? Oh,
They said
was
that
he-
he's day to day. I don't know. I don't think it
Okay.
was anything serious,
so he didn't get paralyzed.
but it was serious enough for them to have to stretcher him off. But he's okay.
Dang, man.
But it's always one of those things where it could just be like, you're fucking feeling it in the moment, and like, I am not trying to walk off right now or
Right.
skate off.
Very true. I will also say this about Dallas as a team. First in the Central.
Oh fuck, hey.
22
Well, when
points.
you got 2 guys scored 38 points in 10 games.
That'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The top line's good though. It's like it's funny. Dallas is one of those teams like just like Tampa, right? You have an old core on your team. Granted, Tampa's got a better old core than Dallas does, but like Dallas has Sagan Ben. They've also got Henson Robertson that just basically like, whoop, We're coming in to take your spot.
Dude, you're
I mean, yeah,
you're
they
forgetting the
got
most
guys.
important one.
High school.
No, not.
Old Joe Pavelski,
Oh,
He's having a
Joe,
good season too.
38.
he won't stop. Which
Can't stop, won't
that's
stop.
been no. He fucked up the Habs with the game they play. Like it was bad. He's something else though. I don't know how he's kept it up. as
That's
much as he
impressive,
has.
dude.
Like,
He's
yeah.
older. He's older than Ovechkin.
People had given up on him
He's
after he
old.
left San Jose like 2 or 3 years ago, and we're like, oh yeah, he's just gonna got like a year or two left. But no, he's
And then
just
last year he was an all-star.
Yeah,
he's
he
been
was.
fucking great.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. Yeah. So good for Dallas.
Side note, I do also love that to actually get people to like come to the All-Star games and like them now. Like they did Vegas last year. This year they're doing it in Florida. They're doing like All-Star events in like Fort Lauderdale. They're like, hey, you get beaches at least.
They're doing like vacation spots.
Yeah. Which honestly, sure.
I don't
know.
mind, yeah. But like they're like you've got to imagine they'll go around to like, most of the teams. Right?
Well, yeah, you gotta just because like you gotta give every fan base a bit of a chance and like see it happen. Because honestly, that is probably really the only fun way. Like it's got to be way more fun
As
to
a
actually
fan.
be around the All-Star game, like in person, like getting to see all these different, like as opposed to watching it on TV. I don't know. I've been so over All-Star shit for a while. Last All-Star game I cared about was John Scott.
Oh yeah, right. Kitty.
Yeah.
I saw Cece's butt right in the camera.
He probably did.
Trying to flash the audience.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's the All-Star thing, like, dude, it's not like
It's fine.
I loved the All-Star game. We're gonna go off on a little tangent here. I loved the All-Star game, like when my favorite thing was the shootout when they actually tried. The goalies tried to stop it. The players tried to score, and we had like St. Louis doing like crazy shit. That's what I liked.
You mean like the breakaway challenge, like when Ovi like threw on the hat and did the like? It was like the first time you saw the puck on a stick like pick up and like twirled around and like threw it on net.
Yeah, that kind of
He
thing.
missed, but everybody was like, "What the fuck? You could do that?" Because it was like the first like big instance of that happen. Like I don't know, but that also might just be because we were like 8 at the time.
It could be that, yeah. It could be that.
We're just reviewing it.
I don't know,
but
yeah, actually,
I
maybe
don't
the
know.
kids. My thing this past year that like it wasn't
It's fucking
even
terrible.
it wasn't even hockey.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like
It
it was
was-
like who can
it
do
was
the
great.
craziest thing?
The pond thing too. That's the one that got me.
Oh, the ones in the fountains when they were like shooting. Yeah,
That
I
would be
wasn't
really
feeling it.
fun to do.
Yeah, it's not the
But I
most
don't
fun
know.
to watch though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just we'll see. It's
They haven't really figured it out. I don't know if they ever will, but like they haven't figured out the balance of like what is actually fun to watch. I don't know.
You remember what I said? You remember what I said when we talked about it? When we talked about the All-Star game after it happened or the All-Star stuff? Do you remember
You said they need Spit and Chicklets to host it.
I did say that. That's one thing, but the other thing, the bigger thing, a new event, boys.
What's the event? I don't remember.
Foam puck dodgeball. Come on.
I could get behind that. That sounds fun.
That'd be so awesome. They'd have to wear cages just in case. Well, actually, I guess it doesn't matter if they don't care, but dude, that'd be so awesome.
I'm intrigued. Then you get guys like trying to like bat it down out of the air and
Yeah,
block it. Like,
exactly. But that also might be another thing where it's just really fun to do, but not as fun to watch.
Oh, I could fuck with that. I think.
You think
I mean,
watching would be cool?
Yeah.
I think they gotta
that'd be
try
fun.
it.
Although I think that would also be such a high chance of like injury because I think that is like just enough of like a dumb competitive thing for them to get far too into.
Like somebody
And
just get
then, like,
beams in the
Just be,
face.
like dodging like fucking crazy, like pulling a hamstring, trying to like keep their edges as they like tie.
Yeah,
around.
that's true.
Like,
Yeah.
I can see that going poorly really quick, but it does sound fun.
But you know what? Everybody would have a good time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So we just talked about Dallas first in the Central. But they do have 2 games played over the second place team in the Central, the Winnipeg Jets. Uh,
I did not see this at all.
Nobody saw this coming.
I did not see this at all. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I think Connor Hellebuck is kind of doing his thing.
I was gonna say
and that helps.
I'll tell you what's doing it is a 935 save percentage from Connor Hellebuck.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yep, that'll do
He's
it.
playing a lot better this year than he did last year too. Shifley played like shit last year.
Shifley's scoring goals. He's got 10, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's got 10 goals. Interestingly, the points leader is Josh Morrissey.
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
16 points,
Yeah,
1 goal,
it's-
15
that's
assists.
Strange. Oh wow, he's coming for Matt Barzell.
Yeah, he's coming for the Gretzky Award. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then assists leader. The next assists leader is Kyle Connor, who also has 5 goals. So he's doing his thing. But he just got a hat trick the other day, so that might have kickstarted his.
Because I remember he was
his thing.
cold for a while, and then he scored against the Habs because he always scores against the Habs. And then I think he's been okay since then. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know. I haven't watched any. You know what I did watch? Oh, I watched the Seattle game. They played against Seattle one of these last couple weeks, and I watched the end of it because I was getting into bed when they was finishing up. And I was like, I'll turn it on. And they had a 1-goal lead, Seattle did, with like a minute left. And Winnipeg came down, and I said it out loud to Danielle. I think she was reading, so she didn't hear me. But I said it. I was like, they're gonna score here. I could just tell the way they were coming down.
Sometimes you can, yeah.
They had an empty net. I could tell the way they were coming down and the way like Seattle just looked kind of flat. And I was like, they're gonna fucking score. So they get a shot, whatever, misses, and then they score. Blake Wheeler tucks in a rebound with like, I think it was like 4 seconds left. I was like, ugh. And then I think Shifley won it in OT. So
It's my boy Blake.
you boy Blake. Blake with his captaincy stripped. I didn't even see how he's doing. I don't think it's very good, but
You know who else is having another maybe not an ex-captain, but another captain who's having a poor season? Ryan O'Reilly.
oh yeah, I saw
I
that.
think he's picked it up in like the last 2 or 3 games because St. Louis finally figured
Did you
this
see
shit
the
out.
quote he had?
But-
It was something to. I'm definitely not going to get it right, but it was to the effect of, I'm basically playing right now to save my career because I've been playing so bad. Like I got to get going. Like
Dang.
this isn't good.
I'll tell you what he's doing. All right, he's
He
up.
did have that sick fucking goal that I sent to the Instagram chat last night. But
was nice.
yeah, what
He
are
is.
his stats?
He's up to 8 points, 5 goals, 3 assists. So he's a half a point per game. Not.
You need
not,
more than that.
Not
Yeah.
going to be a good season if for them if O'Reilly's at half a point per game.
Sick reverse retros though.
They're all right.
I like theirs.
They're all right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, who
that's-
else around the league do we want to talk about?
I had just one more.
Winnipeg's playing surprisingly well that none of us projected.
There's the good team. That was my surprisingly good. And this is the surprisingly I won't say bad, but I'll say like more mediocre than I was expecting. The New York Rangers.
Yeah.
Remember we all
they've
came
been
in.
weird.
We all came in.
I had him at second.
I think me and Nick had him at first.
Yeah, we were high on the Rangers.
Yeah.
Dude, after seeing him in the playoffs, I was like,
How
wow.
could you not be?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The difference, though, so the Rangers did lose some pieces in the offseason, and so they went and got some guys at the deadline, and they didn't end up coming back. They replaced who the fuck was it?
Did they lose Ryan Strome?
Yeah.
He went to Anaheim, I think.
So they lost
Yes.
him. They also
Dylan went to Washington.
didn't they get somebody from Winnipeg too at the deadline?
Cop.
They got Cop, and then
He's not there
He was
anymore.
great on the run, and then he went to
Yeah.
Detroit. Yeah.
So replacing basically those two guys, they brought Vinny Trocheck in, and he's
Yeah.
been good. But
He's
it's like
been
those two guys were really good for them.
Cop
Yeah.
helped him a lot.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, So Kreider played. I'm sure. I mean, obviously you guys do, but Kreider played out of his mind.
He like had a
Last-
super high shooting percentage or something.
Right,
52
yeah,
goals.
He just got a
was a
fuck
hell
ton
of
of
a
goals.
year,
that
yeah.
he was just scoring goals on the power play in front of the net all the time.
That's all it was, dude. I think like
But
half
we were
his
not-
goals.
I don't- But if you guys remember, I said it all season long last year about the Rangers. They couldn't score even strength. They were scoring power play. They weren't scoring even strength.
They were propped up by Shesterkin in their power play.
They just had an unreal, power play.
Yeah.
Trust me, I saw that.
Like,
Oh my
so
god.
while we were definitely high on them, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm fucking shocked. I thought they were gonna do better than this, freaking losers. But let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I think that they're not playing up to snuff. And let me actually look. I need to do a bit of fact checking. Just a little bit of fact checking here. Because I think I know why, but I want to see if it tracks. And shit. Okay, it doesn't. Oh wait, no, yes it does. Yes it does. Yes
I
it
was just
does.
gonna say this is a perfect place to be jump cutting.
No, it makes sense.
No, you gotta leave it all in.
It makes sense. All right. So last year you just said they were propped up by two things. Power play
And Shesterkin.
and Shesterkin. Shesterkin with a 935 on the season save percentage.
Last year or
Last year, the whole
currently?
season was a 935.
Which you're not gonna get that every time.
Yeah, he's currently at a 914. So
And
if
I did
they
say in the playoff predictions video, is like you're not gonna get that season out of Shesterkin again.
that was a good thought.
Okay, so he's playing a normal level.
He's playing at
Yeah,
a
he's
normal
playing at a
level,
normal
and the
level.
Rangers are not what they were. So
Right.
I guess he's a lot more important to it than we thought, which is what makes me feel better about the Lightning. Because I think we're getting like 9-10 out of Vasi right now, and they're better than the Rangers. So
Well, yeah, they're a much more
they have a more
team.
complete team.
Yeah, they have a much more complete team. Yeah.
true.
They definitely have a better. I'm not gonna say that out loud. Never mind.
Okay. He doesn't want takes exposed coming after.
Yeah. Okay. So
Or
here's
Col-
but their points leader, Rangers points leader right now is Panarin, 5 goals,
Right.
17 assists, 22 points. But Panarin is also -9.
Oof.
That's pretty bad, considering that he's also been on the ice for 22 goals. That means he's been on the ice for, what's the math there? 30. He's been on the ice for 31 goals against as well. That's pretty rough.
Who's the leading goal scorer for them right now?
Oh, Kreider, I want to say,
His Zibanejad's cooled off.
but I wouldn't be surprised if it was Zibanejad. Going to the stats, it is Mika Zibanejad with 10 goals.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
I mean, 10 goals in how many games?
18.
I mean,
That's pretty
a
good.
lot.
Okay.
Yeah, when you think about it that way. But then there's Kreider's at 7, Trocheck at 6, Panarin at 5. They actually have a pretty balanced scoring after Zibanejad.
Where are they at in the division?
They are 4th in the Metropolitan Division, and I
Oh, they're
believe
fine.
they're in the 2nd wildcard spot. Yeah, it's not.
they're
It's not
fine.
that I think that they're in trouble.
It's just like you
it's so
expected
much.
more. Yeah.
It's so much. It's so much under what we expected, or at least what Nick and I expected.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to talk about that for a second.
Well, there you go.
But yeah. So,
The New York Rangers.
is there any other teams you guys want to touch on quick, or do you want to take a little break?
Columbus is bad.
Columbus is bad.
They beat the Habs.
They beat the Habs.
I don't get it. Like they couldn't be that bad.
How can
Yeah.
they
Who's
have
the
that
forward that
many
they had to send to Seattle?
guys? Bjorkstrand, I think.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
They
So
had
is it
their
like-
cap.
Did really sacrificing Bjorkstrand to bring in Gaudreau and re-sign Line Is that really the reason that they're this bad? Because they weren't this bad last year. They weren't great last year.
I mean,
I don't remember
know.
what they did last year, to be
You
honest.
just look at their team and it's like there's not that much there.
There's
Like,
really
I'm not that shocked. And Patrick Laine has been out for good chunks of the season
Yeah.
with injury. It's like, and they're on track for Bedard. So
Didn't I project them first?
No fucking way.
You couldn't have.
No way. I wish I
I'm pretty
could.
sure I projected them in a playoff.
I think you might have, because I think that was one of your flippy doos at the end there. You were like, yeah, I'm just gonna. Was that you that did the random flips at the end
He did,
of
the Metro one? Yeah, he flipped.
I think that was one of your teams you brought in right at the end.
Oh,
you were
my
like,
days.
Columbus.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't remember for sure.
I
though.
have
That might be wrong
faith
there.
in Elvis Merzlikins, but clearly I shouldn't.
You could probably swap those out. Yeah, I'll tell you, I had Patrick Laine, and yeah, he got a goal in the second period of the first game, and then got hurt for like 3 weeks. Then he came back and got like a couple points in a couple games, and then got hurt again. So I was like, you know what, I'm done with this. He played like a total of like 3 games for me, and I was like, no.
That's enough.
I got to get somebody in there that's going to be there.
Right.
All right. Well, we'll take a quick little break here, and then we're going to get into some fantasy hockey afterwards. Nice, quick little fantasy talk, because your boy is heating up after sucking balls.
You guys are
the week
making it a
before.
little interesting here. I feel
We
like
gotta-
you're nipping at my heels here.
We got to work together, Nick. Catch up to that smug bastard.
Listen, I put up 90-point nights and you fucking do 110. What am I
Yeah,
going up
I'm
to
bringing
do?
you with me. All right. So we'll be back in. Well, it'll be 0 time for you guys, but it's gonna be a couple minutes for us. So
Yes.
boom, we're back. No hurdle this week, or maybe there was hurdle. We don't know. I think the app might be down, but if it's not, you probably just watched some hurdle. But we're here. We're gonna talk about fantasy real quick. What are you guys thinking? We got Benny still up in first.
But
Nick,
you're making me nervous these days. You're catching points on me. You're just chipping away at it.
it's what I've been doing. I've been chipping
You're
away
at it.
And Nick, I don't know. Last week we didn't talk to you, but I think had moved up into second.
All right. So I've ping ponged back between second and fourth the last week, basically, because you, me, and Danielle can just flip flop any given night, depending on who scores, right?
From me to Danielle, who is in fourth, there is 39 points. So
I mean, it's been interesting because like 1 and 8 have been a lock, and then there's been 2 groups of 3 that have just been in fierce competition with each other like the entire season. It's been interesting to watch.
And I don't know if you look here, but my dad
Yeah, your dad's right.
is
there
all
too.
of a sudden not far from Danielle.
Not that far off. Yeah, he's not that far off.
So there's I would love to get like all 5 of us up towards the front here.
Yeah, it's
Come
pretty. It's pretty crazy, to be honest.
It's definitely better, like
the
more.
problem is, fucking Ben's he's fucking stole the draft and has all these
Yeah.
goddamn players, and it's like,
Listen,
you're never gonna catch him because he
I just
got so many
picked
good
who
guys.
was in front of me. That's not my fault. Y'all left these fucking.
listen. Somebody was making a mistake. Was I one of them? Yes. Clearly, I was.
Clearly, I was too. I'm at a point though now where I'm like, I look at who there is in free agency, points wise, and I look at who I have on my team, and I'm like, these guys aren't any higher than who I
Yeah, you're
have.
not
So like,
improving.
if I drop them for somebody who might be on a little bit of a heater right now, like long term, is that a good idea? Like long term, is it the right decision for me to drop like Matt Zuccarello? I don't know. Like he's the only one that I have in question right now. But if I drop him, somebody's gonna pick him up.
I mean,
Probably.
yeah.
Probably. It would probably be Danielle.
Or Eric.
But yeah, so right now
What have you guys been doing? What do we got move wise? Oh, Danielle's got 25. What the fuck?
Danielle's a
I haven't
mover.
got-
25. You got 20.
Cody's
I've
the
been
big
chilling
one.
at 12 for a while.
Cody has 33.
what the fuck? And he's
Yeah, Cody just like will sell his team in a week.
He gets rid of
doesn't
a
have-
majority of his team.
he didn't. He's got 2 empty slots in his line. I mean, nobody's playing anyway, but like, there's just 2 guys that are empty. There's a center empty slot and a D empty slot. He's just a million people on his bench right now.
Yeah, he might forget to set the lineup. I'm not sure.
Cody might be at that point in the season where he's done with it.
Yeah. I might reformat this shit next year, and we might do the weekly thing where you play a different team every week.
I feel like you keep in it a bit longer. Like, it's easier to like. It's
Yeah.
not as.
It's not points wise. It's like wins and losses.
Yeah.
So I think, and
Like
that's how
fantasy
fantasy
football.
football does it. Yeah. So I think that I might change it to that because that's a little bit more. Because then you can really talk shit. You can be like, yeah, your team sucks ass.
Fuck you, Big Mike.
Yeah, there you go.
Just kidding.
Yeah. But so right now the standings are as follows. Benny still up front. I am 150 points back in second. Nick is about 30, just under 30 points back of me in third. Danielle's in fourth. My dad is in fifth. Eric is in sixth. I think Eric had a rough
improvement.
draft. It was an improvement by 1 spot, was it?
I think. I don't know. I'm trying to find something. I don't know.
Good job, Eric. You got it. Well, he was up in fifth. He got up to fifth.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I did see him in fifth one day.
And I mean that whole area. Well, actually, your dad's kind of pulling away.
Yeah,
never
my
mind.
dad's gotten quite a bit.
Yeah.
further ahead. Yeah. But then Cody's in seventh, and my mom's in last, continuing to make 0 moves, because either she doesn't know how or just doesn't care.
529 points back.
Yeah. So I think she's got that one on lock.
She's effectively out of it unless
Yeah.
something drastic happens.
Hey, listen, there's a lot of season left, but I mean, Ben's players, all of our players would have to really start to suck.
Yeah, because even on my bad, like last night, I got less than you, Mike, and I only had like a half point more than you, Nick, but it was still a 90-point night, and that was like a sort of meh night.
I'm basically, I mean, mine felt kind of too, to be honest, but
Yeah, 116 points. What are you talking about?
well, listen, when you've seen 147.
Oh, wow.
No, it was good. That was good. I had a good night. Listen, anytime I see a point total that's higher than you, Ben, I'm like, oh yeah. Even if it's like 10 points, I'm like, oh, I'm coming.
I mean, it's enough. If you do that enough times,
Yeah. I just, my fucking players got to start doing shit. I finally dropped Uberdo, that useless shit sack. My God, he's doing nothing. And I don't think
he's
anybody's
not
picked him up
best
either.
here. No, I've
'Cause
seen
what's
him
the
there.
point?
I'm.
Fucking guy.
He's somebody I'm keeping an eye on, though. I want
Because everybody sorts the league out by what they currently have for stats, not what projected stats are.
Yeah,
No,
I don't even do
always
that.
Defaults to projected, and then sometimes I will switch to current just to be like, who's hot. But I've seen Hubert over there a few times, and which is insane after the year he had last
Yeah,
year.
wasn't he third?
He was high. I don't remember.
He was high. He was
set the winger
Assist
assists record, I think, which is a really specific record now that I think about it, but still it's something.
115 points, and he's got like 10 points or some shit right now. He's doing
he's
doing
not gonna
nothing.
have 115.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep plugging away, and we're gonna keep bringing that lead that Benny's got down. Right, Nick?
That's what you think.
Right.
Right, Danielle?
That's what you think.
That's right. Danielle, I said right, Danielle, and she just goes, huh?
I heard.
She knows.
Hi, Daniel.
All right, you guys got anything else? Anything you want to talk about?
I think I'm good.
NFL?
No. It's going to be Thanksgiving before we have our next.
Yeah, actually, are we doing a week off? There's probably no way I'm gonna have any time at any point.
Well, let's take a week off. All right, so you heard it here first. We're taking a week off. We will miss next week. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Go enjoy some turkey, enjoy some potatoes, enjoy some gravy, stuffing, whatever else you eat. Do you guys eat do you guys eat vegetables?
Fuck
Yeah.
no.
We always end up having like broccoli and carrots too, as like some of the sides. Usually.
Everybody loves the green bean casserole thing.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
fuck with that shit. No.
I mean, the people, it's like, yeah, you like it because you're taking green beans and then just throwing like a pound of salt on it. Like,
It looks like
give me that turkey, give me that gravy,
mm-hmm.
give me those mashed taters and some fucking rolls, and I'll fuck some shit
okay,
up.
but hey, mashed potatoes. Pro tip: roast a head of garlic before, and then mash that into the
it.
potatoes.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Or put some garlic powder in it, or minced garlic.
The easy way. Yep.
You throw a garlic head in the oven for like a half hour and you're done, and you just squeeze it.
Motherfucker, I don't cook for Thanksgiving. I eat food cooked for me.
He eats it.
Fair enough.
He eats it. Let us know down below what's your favorite Thanksgiving food. We did this with us last year. Remember we did a food and a dessert.
Flashback to that.
Yeah, I think I said I don't really love that much Thanksgiving food.
Yeah,
I
and
stand
then
by
we
that.
nearly crucified you for it.
It's not my big me. I don't know. It's not my big. I don't even think I like. I was talking to my mom. We're doing it like on the Saturday.
Oh yeah.
I'm working on the Friday. I have the actual day off. But
He's got to report the Black Friday craziness.
Yeah,
Something like
who
that.
gets shot in the parking lot for a TV?
I want to tell you guys and the listeners about a annual tradition of the Ashline
Household. Oh, come on.
family.
What we got?
So every year,
Tell me you camp out.
no.
Okay.
For the last, I'd say at least 5 years, the Wednesday, so the day before Thanksgiving, there's always a big group of us that go out. It's on my mom's side of the family, not my dad's. So like me and my parents and Aaron and Brian and some of my aunts and uncles from like my mom's brothers and sisters and their kids,
Yeah.
whatever, right? So there's probably 15 of us at least.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That usually go.
Damn.
We all go to Chinese buffet the night before.
There you go.
I knew that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
I figured you guys, or at least you knew
Nice.
that. But yeah, that's the annual tradition that we do. It's like the one thing that I'll talk to one of my uncles about, the one that lives down here. But we'll talk about it in like September or
Like,
like
you're
in
ready
the
for
middle of the summer. We'll talk about it in like
You
June
ready
or
to just
July,
fucking
or
crush
summer, be
that
like, hey, you
buffet pie?
getting ready for that Thanksgiving?
Have you been training? Have you been training for the,
Got
for
the
the buffet?
sweatpants ready. Got the elastic waistband. Let's go.
There you go. There you go.
I've been priming up for this all year long. Like, I'm ready.
This is your Super Bowl.
Oh, nice. Nice. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us, gentlemen. We're signing off. Have a good holiday week. Hopefully you get lots of nice time with your families. And hopefully
You eat some
everybody's
pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin
you eat
pie.
some good Thanksgiving food like Ben won't because he's fucking a
don't
loser.
he's going to eat the
Really?
food.
I mean, yeah. I like the turkey. I like the turkey leftovers for sandwiches after.
That is always a plus. Don't eat the green bean casserole. It looks like diarrhea. So
So we're gonna end on that.
we're gonna end on that.
Have a good one.
Peace out, everybody.